Hey guys! Alright, this is literally the 5th time I've made this video. I erased everything off my memory card, but I guess I didn't format it correctly. I just did some troubleshooting. Everything's under control. We'll see how much time we get before it freaks out on me one more time, shall we? Anyway, so for the 5th time, I got the Mac in the Groove collection. I was really excited about this collection coming out. I didn't know what to expect from the swatches I saw online, but I knew the biggest hype surrounding was about Stereo Rose, which, you know, 5 years ago I wasn't really into Mac, so I wasn't around when it was first released, but I knew building up the hype, I had to get it the second time around, so I did, but not without, like, my own little adventure going through. I didn't realize, after all the swatches and the reviews online, overseas, and making sure I stayed up to date on everything that was going on with this collection, I slept on the moment that it came out online. Sold out nationwide, sold out overseas. My only other option was I could order everything else I wanted, but Stereo Rose was gone. So I called my local Mac store, and my Mac stores are like 30 minutes away. So, and I get a pro discount, but that kind of is all relative when I'm driving an hour. I'm using my own gas to get there. And then I get there and I buy the product with my discount. It just kind of, sometimes it's okay for me to just go to Macy's and just go pick something up that I want. And if I keep it in perspective like that, I'm okay with just getting up and going. But at first I was like, well, I'm gonna go to my Mac store. Nearest one is 40 minutes away. And I told them, here's a list of everything I want you to hold for me. And they were glad to do it. Well, then, like, the day that it was released online, I called and I was like, you guys are gonna get Stereo Rose, right? And she's like, oh, I was gonna call you and tell you we're not completely sure we're gonna get it. I was like, well, then I'm glad I called, because then I've got to have a plan B. She's like, everything else we'll have, I'm not sure if we'll have Stereo Rose. Well, I was like, well, then forget it, because I can just buy everything else online, pay shipping and handling, whatever, but I can guarantee that I'll get it, and I won't have to drive out there. She's like, well, I'll call like next week. So I told her, even now, just save 2, because I'll still just buy backups. Who knows, swap for really good things on Makeup Alley. So I called my Macy's and I was like, you guys are getting it. They barely knew what I was talking about. I said, perfect. I knew that no one was gonna sell out at my Macy's. There would be no line. There would be no fighting. So I got up at like 9:30 on Thursday morning and drove my happy little butt to my Macy's, where the gate wasn't even open yet. And I stood outside for 5 minutes, and when it opened up, the lights weren't even on, and I was like, Stereo Rose. So I got Stereo Rose with, I think they still even have a bunch. Like, the chick I went and saw yesterday, I was like, so how's it doing? She's like, why do you care? Why would I care? I'm like, well, it's Stereo Rose. Anyway, I know more sometimes than these Mac chicks do, but whatever. Isn't that always the case? Okay, so here's Stereo Rose. As pretty as everyone says. A corally pinky peach with some gold veining. Very, very pretty on the cheeks. I'm wearing it right now. I don't know if you can tell, you can see like the shimmer. I went really heavy on it so you could see it, because, you know, if you're wearing it during the day, it doesn't show up on camera, so it doesn't translate, but this is it. I really, really like it. It's not nearly as glittery. You'll see it's got the shimmer, but not so much the glitter, which I enjoy. You don't have to do so much buffing to make it work, but this, I'm NC44, and this will really work on anybody, like me. And like I said, I go a little bit heavier for you guys, but in general, I just do like my cheekbones and call it a day. So that's Stereo Rose, and I really, really like it so far. Really, really like it. Okay, so the other MSF I picked up, this is what I got the other day via FedEx or UPS or whatever. I got Comfort. Now, Comfort came out with Warm and Cozy, which was actually one of my last bigger MAC hauls, and that was Christmas. I passed on it because it looked like a matte bronzer, but not as matte as Sunny by Nature now that I compare the two. This is a really nice, rich, the best way I can describe it is a richer, less shimmery version of Warmed. And you can see where it picks up the light, the gold veining and the caramel creamy veining, and that translates on my skin really well. But it is more matte. You can see how, you can see it on my finger. Maybe you can't see it on my finger. You see that? It just leaves a nice shimmer. It reminds me of Refined, only like the darker bigger brother. I can almost use it as like a setting powder on my skin. So like my forehead, under my eyes, around my chin area, because the color is so close to me. This would make a really good bronzer, and I would say because it's got a very minimal amount of shimmer, it would make a pretty good bronzer. And so far, I'm still trying to figure out how I want to use it, but I really like it so far. But I'm like, it's one of those things where I'm forgetting I have it, and I'm like, ugh, try and use it today. This doesn't belong over here. I've had this forever. Okay, so one blush that I picked up that I really wanted to try was Happy Together. And it is a light, even lighter than Comfort, I would say like a cappuccino, a latte colored blush on one side, and then a really shimmery, champagne-ish highlight on the other side. And mixed together, I'll do it for you guys, it just comes off as a really nice, lighter than normal with the beige tinge champagne. You can do one side matte and the other side as a highlight, but you know, do we really ever buy any of these for one sole purpose? No. Are we ever going to use up any of these in our lifetime? No. I just bought it because it's pretty and I wanted something. So that's really pretty. I did wear it and it is really pretty, but in the end they all kind of do the same thing. You just call it a different name and admire it for a little bit longer, so whatever. I'll buy into the hype. I don't care. Okay, one regret that I hate from this collection. Now this is my own fault because I bought it a sight unseen. I bought this online. I don't know why. I thought I was going to really like it, but I got it and I tried wearing it and I absolutely hate it. And it's the cream sheen glass on the scene. And this reminds me of when I had Boy Bait. I bought Boy Bait with Partial to Pink and got it home and just made me look pasty and dead. So I put it on and I'll swatch it for you guys. Even though I think this is going back very soon. It's a very like milky, it's got a coral tinge to it. It's got a pinky beige tinge. The undertones I just feel like are blue and gray. And it's just gross, like, it's gross. I mean, maybe with lipstick it's not so bad, but trust me, when I put it on by itself, it was gross. So anyway, that is it. That's all I got from the In the Groove collection. So far, Stereo Rose is obviously the winner. I'm really glad I got it. I don't mind that I paid full price. I might get 2 more. And it wasn't that hard to find. I got a lot of wishy-washy responses from different MAC artists. That was annoying. 3 different stores told me 3 different things, but that's to be expected, I guess. Each store is like individually run, I guess, so I don't know, I can't keep up. But anyway, that was it, and I hope everyone's having a good day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.